So I'm a big fan of Falcon pipes. And when I purchased, I've got several Falcons now. I've probably got enough. I'll probably buy some more bowls because I've got in total 5 Falcon stems. I've also got 5 bowls, but I'll get extra bowls rather than buying any more pipes. I don't really need them because Falcons are so versatile. You simply unscrew the bowl and pop a different bowl on. So in effect, you may only have 1 Falcon stem, but by having 3 or 4 bowls, it means you can rest bowls in between. It's almost like having 5 or 6 different pipes. Now, because this Falcon Extra here, I've got various colours of these. It's just two by here. Like I've got the same style of pipe, the bent. This is a red and blue, and this is also a red and blue, but the red is prominent here, where on the other one it was the blue. I've got some other coloured Falcon pipes. This is a straight, a shillelagh with the twisted stem. I tend to favour bent Falcons. I find them a lot more comfortable. And this is just a standard Falcon. But when I purchased this black one, I felt I'm going to go for a pure white bowl. And I thought, if I want a white bowl, then I'm going to go Meerschaum. Because Meerschaum, of course, it's a different smoking experience to Briar. And I bought this, what is called an apple shape, carved like a golf ball. So that's rather handsome. I've just filled the bowl up with some tobacco for its inaugural smoke. This is its first smoke. And of course with Meerschaum bowls, although they are a lot more fragile than Briar bowls and will crack if you drop them, so you've got to be careful in that respect. And also another thing with a Meerschaum Falcon bowl is, when I'm smoking a Falcon, quite often, say I'm smoking a normal Falcon, and maybe there's a bit of moisture trapped in your humididome here, and it starts to gurgle, although that very rarely happens with a Falcon, you can simply pop the bowl off mid-smoke and wipe around underneath. With the Meerschaum bowls, it's not recommended to pop the bowl off mid-smoke while it's hot, because the threads holding it on are a little more fragile, obviously, because you're dealing with Meerschaum rather than Briar. But, that black and white, isn't that nice? Doesn't that look nice? So let's pop it, give it a light. Let's get it going. As I say, I'm using Frankenstein mixture, which is a mix of so many tobaccos. I started this jar back in 2015, and everything has gone in here, so you don't know what flavour you're going to get from bowl to bowl. You're going to get a different experience with each bowl. I mean, there's Condo in here, there's Cibruno in here, there's Clan in here, there's Frog Morton in here. There's loads of different tobaccos. The way I started it off with some tobaccos that I wasn't too keen on. I bought some tobaccos and they weren't my thing, so I poured maybe a few ounces of them into the jar. It's a rather large jar, and over the years then, I also cased it with a bottle of Jack Daniel's honey whiskey, because I don't like flavoured whiskies. To me, whiskey should taste like whiskey, but I'm a bit strange like that. So I cased it with a miniature bottle of Jack Daniel's honey. Better use for it than drinking it, in my opinion. And over the years then, every time I've bought a pouch of tobacco and I get towards the bottom and there's maybe not enough tobacco for a bowl, perhaps half a bowl, I empty it into it. And so over, nearly it's 10 years now, it's all been mixing and marrying, and every now and then I'll open it and check the moisture level, and I'll soak a bit of tissue paper in a little plastic cup and put it in there to bring the moisture level back, so I keep it in pretty good condition. So let's spark it up and try this Meerschaum bowl. Another thing about Meerschaum is, over time of the smoking, it will develop a patina. That is a colouring from the tobacco smoke. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this changes over time. But isn't that an handsome combination? Jet black Falcon stem and white Meerschaum bowl.
As I watch
Q smoking my pipe.
the sun descending and the birds fly home to rest, in the hush when day is ending, that's the hour when I feel blessed. Smoking my pipe.
That's just a charring light, of course.
Smoking my pipe. Like a whisper through the cornfield comes a gentle evening breeze. At the doorway of my cottage I recall all memories.
Now the theory here, of course, is that Falcons are renowned for offering a dry, cool smoke because of the way it's the science behind the device, the way the humididome works. The inventor of Falcon, the original patent, guy who put the patent in, designed this to work on the same principle of the way that rain falls from the sky and is trapped in clouds. I'll give a full explanation of that one day. It's science and it's beyond me. But it gives a cool, a dry smoke. Now, with Meerschaum, of course, it deals differently with moisture than briar than wood. So Meerschaum is known for giving a cooler, drier smoke than briar. Although it has its downsides as well. It's a lot more fragile and so forth. And you can't really beat a good briar pipe. But, Meerschaums are decent pipes in themselves. I've never had many Meerschaums, although I have smoked one or two over the years, but I tended to break them all. So it's going to be interesting to see if I can avoid dropping this and cracking the bowl. But the theory is that because of the extra ability to absorb moisture that the Meerschaum bowl offers, coupled with the wonderful Falcon system, which traps moisture anyway and delivers a cool, dry smoke, this should be a fantastic smoke. That's the theory.
Smoking my pipe, smoking my pipe. Those far-off places beyond the blue.
It really is. I don't know what to give the top marks to, the Falcon pipe itself, the Meerschaum bowl, or the Frankenstein mix.
Familiar faces that once I knew. I recall those days behind me and the happiness they meant. Every sundown you will find me with a heart that is content. Smoke.
Of course, it'll be a while before any colouring develops on the outside of this pipe, as over time the bowl absorbs the juices from the tobacco and gives it colouring, although the just a few puffs, the inside has changed colour completely. But it's got a fire in the bowl, so you'd expect that, wouldn't you?
My pipe. Smoking my pipe. You remember the first time we met? You were the only one in that railway carriage who didn't like me smoking my dear old pipe.
I'm going to have to do a video one day that looks into the science behind the Falcon design in great detail. I am a big fan of Falcon pipes.
Eyes, I opened the window. What a lovely surprise you gave me on our wedding day. A tobacco jar. How I remember each smile and tear.
I don't know what tobacco taste I'm picking out from this. I don't know. I think it's something like an English blend, I think. Although there's other stuff in here. There's a lot of different aromatics gone into this Frankenstein mix.
As life's December is drawing near, time's old ever-moving finger closes one more day, but yet, while such thoughts as mine can linger, I'll have no...
Anyway, that's my inaugural smoke with my new Falcon Extra jet black with the white Meerschaum bowl. I'm going to finish this bowl now. So thanks for watching. Please click like. Please click subscribe if you haven't done so already, and bash the hell out of that bell so you get notified every time I upload things. And sometimes I do upload things rapidly. Sometimes a week or two may go between videos, but more often than not, I've usually posted at least 2 videos a week. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.